Hi, this is Jeremy Quirk. I'm going to give you some descriptions on this Brazilian-made guitar. It is made by Giannini, the owner of the company. I think they started it in 1900. It was Tranquillo Giannini. He was an Italian musician and instrument maker. And as I said, it's a Brazilian guitar. So this is the model number AWN-21. I bought it used just in December 2020 or November, I can't remember. So not too long ago, if you're watching this today, January 27th, 2021. And the person I bought it off of in the Midwest was the original owner, bought it in the Chicagoland area. So he was the only owner before my purchase. He kept it in really good shape. He did make he lowered the action just unbelievably low. And so I have since replaced since I've had it, the saddle to a bone saddle. And I also replaced, more importantly, probably the nut. That is now a bone nut. And I currently have Diodario normal tension strings. I think I may go back to a light string tension, although it's because this is a 38.5-inch guitar from the bottom to the very top. It's very comfortable. It's got a short scale, 610 millimeters from the top of the saddle, the middle, to the very front part of the nut. The width of the fretboard is 48 millimeters. It is a flat fretboard. It's not radius. Extremely comfortable though to play because of its not as wide. And of course, you have nylon strings. It makes it easier than a typical acoustic, in my opinion. As far as forming chords, it's not any easier to play intricate songs. I do like the profile of the neck. At first I wasn't certain, but it's kind of a combination of a C and a U, but it clearly is not as deep as your standard or your traditional full-size classical guitar. Full-size classical guitars, which I have one now, are much more difficult for me to play because they're flat, but there's 52 millimeter to start off with at the top there, as opposed to 48. So you really need to have the action set right. The action on this is just about right now. I might go a little bit lower on my saddle. The guy had the saddle down to the point where it was literally almost touching, the strings were almost touching the wood bridge, which is not a good thing. And as you can see here, it's not a very good video. I'm not that great at this with one hand especially. But I have this a little bit higher than he did, the nut. And the nut was really poorly done, so I took that out. And even I'm not completely satisfied with what I've done here. The intonation is, I think it's not great as far as the treble E is a little flat at the 12th fret. And of course, I could probably elongate that by filing a little bit to the, have a slant in on towards the sound hole, and maybe that'll elongate the E string just slightly. But I'm really not going to mess with it. I'm not a professional player. I just kind of dink around on this thing. I bought this for $67. It is in fabulous shape for a 1978 guitar. Here, this is the actual sticker that the guy tore out when he was a kid. He bought this in 1978 when he was younger. And he said it was falling out, so he tore it out. He took off the strings and he took it out. He's a real responsible guy. It's not like he's a jerk. He's seemed like a really nice guy. I believe it's a laminate all the way around. I'm pretty certain it is. However, the the detail on it is still very good. It has what appears to be some sort of, I would say it's not mahogany, I would say it's rosewood. It looks like it has a two-piece back, but it really doesn't. It's a laminate. There's no separation on the inside that I can see. And I'm not 100% certain that it's a laminate top. It doesn't, it's hard to tell, to be honest. I'm looking at the grain and stuff. So, real happy with it. I'll probably dink around on it for a while more. I may be upgrading to a Cordoba at some point. And my dream guitar is the Cordoba 10 crossover. I think that would suit me better with the 48 millimeter profile and radius neck. I love classical guitar sound. So that's it. I will try and play something here and then patch this video or start a new video with me just playing a couple songs. That's it though. The guitar is in good shape. I have Pro Arte normal tension strings, as I mentioned, and I just put them on a couple of weeks ago, and I'll probably be taking them off and put on light strings. I don't really care for the tension on this. I want a little bit easier action for myself. Thanks a lot, everybody.